One. Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Arif. I am the operations analyst with Southeast Water, also the deputy program manager for digital metering at Intelligent Water Networks, which is an industry-led forum. Today we'll be talking about the Lentec platform, which is basically a one-stop shop for managing all IoT devices. That could be digital meters or other sensors within a water network. So without further ado, let's get into it. What you're seeing on your screen is basically the landing page for the Lentec platform that we use at Southeast Water. What I'll do is I'll start with breaking this down into pretty much 2 to 3 sections. The first part would cover how we do device management, and the next bit of it would be alarms management. And finally, I'll try and show you quickly some of the business intelligence tools that we use to give us a good overview of network performance, as well as tailor-made dashboards for some specific teams. Now, the first thing we'll do is get into manage devices. And through this, you can actually have a look of the total number of devices that you have, which of these are active, which are pending, and I'll describe pending in a bit, and which of these have been isolated for any reason. So any meter whose details have been preloaded into the system, and that could be in the back of a truck, you can commission these on properties, and the moment they deliver their first payload, they will come up as active meters on the platform. Now, so it's basically just plug and play from there on. Now, another thing to mention here is device templates. Now, you can create a device template depending on the attributes and specifications, which could include things like telco information, config setup, which meter manufacturer you've got, and that template will then serve as a blueprint that you could deploy to as many meters across your network. You could name it anything that you wanted, but preferably a logical name. Now, what you're seeing here are basically some of these device templates that we have registered on our system. These, again, are based on some logical names. They could be dealing with what manufacturer we have, what capabilities some of these devices have, etc., etc. Now, another thing to cover is we could create a group of meters. Now, why would you want to create a group? Let's say you were having a trial at a particular suburb in your network, and let's say you created, you had 500 meters installed there. You could create a group. I'll just name it, let's say, a demo group. And I could then customize and basically select which suburb I wanted in there, what kind of devices I wanted in there, etc., which telco I wanted to put in, and create that group based on some of those attributes. And you could have all portable, recycled, etc., and you could create that group. Now, the reason why you would create a group, and I'll move on to this next screen to show you, is that group that you've just created, you could then apply settings and firmware upgrades over the air to that particular group. So what you're seeing on your screen at the moment is what we call the config initiator page. And you could use this to change settings within all the meters within that demo group. So I've got that demo group in there. What you're seeing here, some of these parameters, these are all resource IDs that are picked up from the lightweight M2M protocol, which basically defines the application layer between the device and the platform. And so let's say you could have interval data delivery, which is by default with us set at 30 minutes. So you'll have 30-minute flow intervals coming through. If you wanted, you could go into that and have that change to something more frequent if you were monitoring something very closely, or you could have that change to something less granular as well, depending on what your preference is. So that's a little bit about the device management side of things, and I think we've covered that. From here, we'll move on to the alarms management side of things.